And you're live.
Uhuru,
Uhuru.
and welcome to Black Power Radio, the turn up. We are live in the building. Right. We thank you guys so much for spending a part of your Saturday with us to share in this space to help raise awareness and empowerment on the movement. We just thank you. And today we're going to meet some of Black Power's DJs, volunteers, some special guest artists, and members that make Black Power great, make our community great, right? My name is Simone Durant, and I am the host of tonight's show. And we are co-hosting with me, station manager, Uncle DJ Eddie, Florida's best blind DJ. Woo, woo, Tommy Flow, right? He is the greatest, y'all. If y'all don't know, you better act like you know. Just act like you know, right? DJ Eddie, tell us a little bit more about what tonight's event is about.
Yes, man. We're going to have a great time this evening. We're going to have fun. Everybody's excited about BP 96. This radio station has been in existence for about 8 years here at 96.3 FM, broadcasting here in St. Petersburg, Florida. This event is about making awareness. Simone, you said it. And we're going to let people know about this station, incredible thing that we do here is connecting with our community. And we want to make sure that people are connected because there's no other station like Black Power. It's not just a radio station, but it's informative where we let our community know, not even here in St. Petersburg, but all over the world, all over the country, because you can get us by listening to us by downloading the app. That is absolutely free. I want to plug that. You can go to blackpower96.org and listen live. But again, we are a community radio station that is geared for the people. It's the people's station. We just don't say that. We actually do that. That is what this event is about. It's about keeping Black Power in power. We're here to raise funds. The month of February is our fund drive. And it's Black History Month, so it's Black Power's Month. And we want to continue to raise funds to keep this community radio station going that empowers our people, Simone.
Thank you. He said it so. Doesn't he just speak so well, y'all? It's such a pleasure. Look, such a pleasure. Let me talk slow.
Yes.
Such a pleasure to hear him talk about what we do here at Black Power, which is not just explaining the world, but changing it. And today we have DJs who are going to tell us about their shows. We have some station volunteers here. Then we're going to have some special guest artists and legendary DJs from WRXB Radio who will be joining us later in the show. But DJ Eddie, let's first start with the Meet the DJs section where we're going to start off talking about some of the shows that we have here on Black Power Radio. And the first one is going to be you, right? So we're going to start off with Uncle DJ Eddie's shows, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what's going on in the building when he's on the mic.
Oh, let me tell you what's going on in this building. When I'm on the bike, it gets lit. Trust me when I tell you, it gets lit. It starts with my gospel, and that's dear to my heart. I love the Lord, and I just, when I'm getting the gospel, I'm no longer DJ Eddie. It transfers, and the people understand that. I tell you, get up out that bed. Time to give God the glory, the honor, and the praise, and we do just that. There's no other way I would like to start off a day without starting off saying thank you, Jesus. And in the morning, you can join me almost every day, but Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, sure enough, I'm here. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, I come in at about 8 o'clock. But Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Good morning gospel, the best old school gospel, new school gospel. If you want to be motivated and moved and lift up Black Power, lift up the power of Jesus is where you want to be. And that's from, again, 7 to 10 o'clock. You can catch me all the time. And then, of course, in the afternoon, I do a midday cafe. And let me tell you, when I say world's best blind DJ, I make it known. I don't see nothing, but I feel on everything, girl. So you're going to turn in. We're going to have a good time every day, midday from 12 to 2. I'm doing my show. And, of course, I just love what I'm doing. And it resonates. When you hear me on the air, you can hear that passion. You can hear, it's like no other radio station. And I have people call it in. I have people say, this is a station where you can call in and say happy birthday to someone. I'll put you live. You can say happy anniversary. Frank and Princess Johnson, they might be watching now. They celebrated 38 years the other day, and they was just so moved how you can have a radio station that is really geared to the community. Because you call these other iHeart radio stations and say, you want to say, happy birthday or happy anniversary to someone, they say, we don't do that here and hang up. So this station is, that station that is exactly the people's station. And then another show I have is the Local Going Global. I'm most proud of the Local Going Global because I was an artist, Simone, and I've sung for 30 years singing downtown in the streets of St. Petersburg, Florida. And I created music and I took it to the radio station. They like play it once or twice. That was it. You're not going to get any airplay from radio stations if you're a local artist. But this radio station has opened up the doors. We lay out the red carpet for local artists and they can submit their music right now. If any artists are listening right now, go ahead, do it right now. Submit your music. All you gotta do is go to submit music at blackpower96.org. And if it's clean, radio ready, we'll get it on the air for you. I guarantee you that. So, and that comes on every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. It's Black Power's Local Artist Hour. And of course, after that, I do some smooth grooves, late night, Friday nights, maybe from 6 to 7 or 8, depending how long I want to stay in the booth, because I'm here all the time.
That's what I do. Right.
Yeah, that's what I do. So, back to you, Simone.
That is a wealth of knowledge, you guys, and lots of moving and grooving, right? At any tempo that you're feeling. So if you want to praise the Lord, if you want to go low and slow, if you want to put some bump in the trunk, DJ Eddie has it covered. Yeah, and local artists, right? I have so many times where, I'm riding in the car and my kids, I'll be listening to Black Power 96 and they're like, who is that? And I'm like, oh, that's a local artist, and figure out who it is, find out who's in your community, find out who you want to support here. And it's nothing better than somebody that you can touch and feel, right? A real community. I love the aspect of online and, stretching far and wide, but when you can touch, feel, see, it puts something very, very special into your mind. And that's why I'm so happy that we're in the heart of St. Pete, right? I live right down the street. My aunt stays around the corner. And everybody is welcome to participate in the Black Power experience.
Yeah, turn up.
And so now I get to tell you guys a little bit about the Simone Durant Show. We have been on the air for exactly a little over 1 year. January was 1 year. And thank you to Black Power Radio. Thank you to the staff. It has been a wonderful opportunity. And if you know me and you ever Googled me or anything, like I'm very big in the community. I have a business within this community, but something was lacking. Something that didn't come with being able to someone to pay me for what it is that I wanted to give to the world. And I have so much to give, so many experiences, but I also meet a lot of people. And I call them hometown heroes, people who right here in our community that think that they don't have much to offer. They think that their life isn't something that's meant to be shared. And so my job is to bring hair, health, beauty, and community into the conversation. I am a licensed cosmetologist and hair restoration expert by trade, but I've also spent a lot of time volunteering in the community, being a level 2 background volunteer for Pinellas County Schools, among so many other things. And I just feel like there's a need for these conversations, solution-based conversations. Sometimes people, I put someone on the show and they're like, well, I don't want to talk politics. I said, we all know the problems, right? I'm here to talk solutions. People want to be educated and empowered about what their options are. Right. So I love bringing that to the conversation. And I am on the air every Monday at 10 a.m. from 10 to 11. If there's anyone that you know that you feel like needs to tell their story, to have a platform, I have veterans in the booth. I have artists in the booth. I have nurses in the booth. I have authors in the booth. We've had so many people share their story and allow people to hear, hey, like there's someone out there that's just like me, to really be able to focus in on, you're not alone. This is our fight. It's not just yours. And to have those resources to know, where can I go? What can I do? One of the very special ones that were near and dear to my heart, because I went through high-risk pregnancies, I had a doula on, and she explained like how to have an advocate right? When you're going through these things, especially as a Black and brown woman, when we're constantly being discriminated and underserved in the medical when it comes to delivery, at-risk delivery, and things like that. So that was just one of the examples. But I am here again to educate, enlighten, and empower, and to share everything that St. Pete has to offer with the world, right? Because you can listen on every platform, right? We have an app, we have the radio station, and then we have the satellite radio as well. And if there's any reason for you to feel like, hey, I don't know how to contact Black Power, call the radio station, no one was on the air, you can also go to blackpower96.org. And what's that contact information, the email address?
It's contact at blackpower96.org. Contact at blackpower96.org.
And then you also can go to thesimonedurantshow.com. There's a contact page on there. Anybody that you want to have on the air, you can reach out and say, hey, like, this is a good idea. If there's somebody you heard on the show that you want to connect with, I can also give you that information. So there's so many opportunities to engage with us. And I'm glad to have that space.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, Super David's not here.
Okay. So the next person that is going to share the mic with us is Eric the Barbaric. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. So just come into the frame and we'll touch it up.
Eric the Barbaric. I call him the Barbaric Eric.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad to be here today. I'm glad to be amongst everybody. Okay, trying to get us in frame here. That's good. All right. I got a show, comes on every Wednesday from 4 to 5. It's the Devour Hour. And it'd be hosted by me, Barbaric Eric. And what you're going to hear there is what I call fusion. It's going to be a lot of everything. It's going to be old, new, pop. You're going to hear a little rock. You're going to hear a little jazz. You're going to hear everything. Some things probably not even played on other radio stations. But you're going to hear it here, right here on Black Power. And you're going to hear it during the Devour Hour. You just tune in and you'll be surprised with some of the things that you hear. And they are funky. Very funky. I'm a native here of St. Pete, been here most of my life, traveled here and there a little bit, but most of the time, been right here. And I enjoy DJing down here to Black Power. I was co-hosting this by, co-host, I should say, by DJ Eddie. Eddie saw something that I didn't see. So for a year, he used to come and sit on my porch after he got done with his radio stations at time, would come and sit down and sit on my porch and say, I think you'd be good on radio. Well, I never saw that. I never thought that. This would be the last thing I thought I'd be doing, but I enjoy it. I'm here. So I'm very grateful to be here. And again, want to tell everyone, tune in every Wednesday, 4 to 5. You'll be glad you did. Okay. Short but sweet. I'm going to pass you back to Miss Simone Durant.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. Listen, let him grace you. Let him grace your earlobes, okay? Black Power 96 is 100% funded through the donations from listeners and viewers, supported businesses, and everyone in the community. Right now, our goal is raising $12,000 in donations through for a new phone transmitter, new transmitter for the station, a crucial piece of broadcasting equipment, as well as operating expenses for the first half of the year. Now, everyone knows if you have a house, if you have a car, if you have anything that you're running, a business that you're running, the lights have to stay on, the water has to keep running, the electricity has to go, everything, people have to be paid, bills have to be paid. And so for those who are sustaining members, for those who are one-time donors, everything counts. In the words of Uncle DJ Eddie, we like the ones that fold, right? Roll and fold, right? And so anything that you have to donate, you can go to www.blackpower96.org/donate. And if you're really feeling spicy, you can go to blackpower96.org and pay special tribute to one of the very hosts that you have heard today. Usually their name, Uncle DJ Eddie, Simone, Eric, is the hashtag behind that. And you can make sure that you mention their name in the donation as well. We are the community's radio station. We're self-reliant. We are the people's voice, real stories, real experiences, heard from people just like you. So I love that for us. Do we have our next?
Who's it?
The next one is DJ A Plus for Super Dave. Yeah. Okay. And so next we're going to have Stephen C. Come on over and tell us a little bit about what you have going on. Take your time.
Well, I'm here today. We are, Ivan Summers and myself used to work at 1590 WRXB back in the late 80s, early 90s. And we're going to get together and sort of have like a reunion between us two. And maybe a couple other guests might show up as well. We'll see if that happens or not. But if not, Ivan and I have a lot to discuss as well. We had a great time back in the day. And I've been in radio, let's say 45 years possibly. And that little blue building at the corner of 38th was probably one of the best places I'd ever worked. There was so much freedom there. Mr. Danzy was the owner at the time and his kids. And we had a great cast of people. It was just crazy, but it was so much fun. And yeah, we're going to be discussing that today as soon as Ivan gets here. I guess about around 5 o'clock or so. Yeah. So, what's that?
I was just going to ask you a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah, go ahead.
All
right, Eddie. Come on, Eddie.
I know you was at WRXB for a long time. And tell me something about DJs. I'm a DJ, you're a DJ, and I want the people to know what inspired you to be a DJ.
Back in the day, I had a neighbor. I guess I probably was still a toddler at the time, and the DJ lived up the street from us. I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, and the DJ had invited me over to his house. You know, and said, "Yeah, this is what I." You know, showed me a bunch of tape machines, things he had. He said his name was Bruce Michaels. That was his name, and I said, "Oh, what radio station are you on?" And he had mentioned what station it was. I don't remember now. I was so young. And I remember we had listened to him and I'm like, that sounds like a lot of fun, you know? So then from that point on, I'd ride in the back seat of the car with my mother. And whenever the radio would be playing, they'd be segueing in between songs. And I just sort of like hop in there and act like the DJ in between the segue. And my voice hadn't changed yet, of course. Right. I was still like maybe 6 or 7 years old, something like that. And it's been with me ever since.
Still got it.
Still got it.
Still got it.
Yeah.
Tell me one thing, I'll let you go. Tell me why people should support Black media and a Black radio station like this. Tell me why.
Mainly because there is no one else doing it. Commercial stations, they don't care about anyone except for the bottom dollar.
Right.
You can listen to them now and hear it's just, they play the same music over and over again. Most of it's voice track. There's no live disc jockeys. They're not interested in the community or the people. They're just interested in what they can get, but they don't want to give nothing back, which is apparent when you listen. And what's so special about this radio station is that you all do give back to the community. People can actually call and have a conversation with a live person, and you will acknowledge who they are, or maybe even put them on the air. I'm not sure if you all are capable of doing that or not.
Yes.
You are? Okay.
Yes.
That's great. They love that. People love to hear themselves.
Right.
They'll tell their family, "Hey, I'm going to be on in about 5 minutes. Turn your radios on."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a voice for the people.
It is for the people, for sure.
Stephen, I really appreciate you coming out. I want to ask you one more question. In your career, what have you said or done on the radio that you know really inspired someone?
I used to do, well, I know we used to, at WRXB, we have this thing called the wake up call that we used to do every morning. People would just call in and, "Hey, this is so-and-so. I want to send a shout out to whatever, whoever, you know." And just that engagement was incredible. And when we did shows like late at night, we do somewhat like almost like kind of a quiet storm sort of thing. And people would call in with their stories. You play their song, and they're so excited because you put their song on. You know, you really cared enough to play their song.
Right.
Yeah. And that's pretty much, I think, what has really been a big downfall with radio, not just the corporatization, which is really the bad thing. Yeah, it's terrible. I'm about as anti-corporate as they get. I can't stand corporate. And again, it's all about the bottom dollar to them. It's not about the listener. It's like, how much money can you give us?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And if it's not enough money, well, we're just not going to do it. It's not about just going out in the community and getting exposure. Like with WRXB, we just like, okay, we're just gonna pull onto a street corner somewhere and bring out the Thunderbox. That's what we had.
Yes.
2 big TV speakers and 2 turntables and a DJ mixer. Make it happen. You just drive down the road, hear the music playing, look over, what's that? Oh wow, okay. That's the WRXB, get down. And people everywhere standing around and just, you know, I miss those days so much. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you coming, stopping by. Keep Black Power, always keep Black Power on your radio now.
I'm also a radio engineer too. I've been a radio chief engineer for almost about as long as I've been in radio. So
I got good news to you.
What's that?
We got a volunteer page out there you can sign up.
Okay. I hear you are looking for a transmitter too, huh? Okay. Yeah. You got to have a transmitter. Nothing's really going to happen on the radio. That's for sure. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
Well, again, we thank you, man, for being here.
Hey, no problem, Eddie. Thanks for bringing me aboard.
All right. Back to home.
Yeah.
Back to you. All right.
Hello, everybody. We are back, and we're gonna mix it up just a little bit. He did talk about the transponder, and I think that it's really important for people to understand what that actually does. The transmitter, I'm sorry. It transmits the signals across the radio waves in order for us to get those messages to you. And I'm reminded of the last couple hurricanes we had, right? Where we had the opportunity to have DJ Eddie in the building, giving live commentary about what's going on with the things around us. And radio, especially satellite radio, is one of the very few things that will stay on when electricity goes off. So you can have, get in your car, you can have a portable radio to where you can still get information when the internet goes down. And so radio is so important, and it needs to be sustained. And more importantly, radio stations like this that are for the people, they're not for a type of people. They're for people in general. And the entire Black Education and Defense Fund, the Uhuru movement, we are all about the equity of human life, right? Everybody, every walk of life, but more importantly, the underserved communities, people who don't have access to the things that people who are affluent, who have money, who have privilege, have access to. We reach back, we reach deep, right? And we want to make sure that we keep everyone connected, especially those in those underserved communities and in the Black communities and the brown communities and all the communities in the indigenous communities, places where people just can't be reached. That's what radio is for. That's why we have so many options, so that we can make sure that you guys are getting what we have to give. Okay. I'm not sure who's next. We can bring in Director Keeley, and she can share a little bit about the One Africa Worldview. Yes.
Hi, Guru. This is Simone. Thank you so much.
Hi.
Guru. For everybody watching. Firstly, I just want to salute my leadership, Chairman Amalia Shatella, as well as you mentioned APDF, and the president of APDF, Ona Zanea Shatella. This is the political leadership and visionaries behind all of the institutions of the Uhuru movement, and those, connected to this movement, including Black Power 96 Radio. And I also want to salute the leadership of the station, mentioned many times, but Comrade Eddie Maltsby, the best blind DJ, but also the best station manager of a radio station. And I confess, as part of my work in the Uhuru movement, not really knowing too much about radio at all. It was very much a crash course, but I have been able to have total confidence in the success of the station because of Comrade Eddie. Like, I know it's in good hands because he's here, and he not only is an incredible DJ, but he runs a tight ship, and in this station, and all of you are proof of just his commitment, his professionalism, and his drive to really build this station to make it what it needs to be for our people, not just here in St. Petersburg, Florida, but everywhere we're located. So I wanted to start by saying that. And I co-host. I have two incredible co-hosts, Comrade Dr. Mariah, who's also a volunteer with Black Power 96 Radio, promotions director, and also Comrade Soliana Bikel, who is our managing editor for the Burning Spear newspaper. And so I co-host a show called One Africa Worldview. And we're live on Mondays. We air on the Burning Spear TV YouTube, but our show is aired on Black Power 96 Radio on Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So you can, hear us on Black Power 96 Radio on Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And we have incredible guests, including our leadership chairman, Amalia Shatella. And we talk about everything that affects, our community, at home and abroad. So all of the issues, that affect African people, all of the world news, that we need a critical analysis, because we talked about, we heard the disdain, and rightfully so, of corporate media, this colonial ruling class media that articulates its own perspective, its own narratives to forward its own agendas. But we have an opportunity to examine the world through our lens and say, this is what it means, and this is how we have to move. So that's what One Africa Worldview, aims to do, is to bring our people that critical analysis, engage in discussions that we might not, normally want to touch. Because I heard you mention too about, I don't want to talk politics. Everything's politics, right? Everything. You say the rent too damn high, politics. So we talk about, all of these different things, and again, give a platform to dig into all of that stuff without fear or holding back, and able to put forward, our position, and to what end, what do we need to do? So yeah, that's our show. And we started our podcast in May of last year. So, and we've been running ever since. And so we'll be celebrating a year shortly. So I just really want to appreciate Black Power 96 also for carrying our show and, bringing us to the listeners here in St. Petersburg. But as we've been saying all along, accessible all over the world. So to all our listeners all around the world who tune into Black Power 96, thank you so much for the opportunity to have our show here. So Uhuru, I'll pass it back to you.
Yes, thank you so much. That was so eloquent. She speaks so well, y'all, don't she? Listen, I think everybody on Black Power speaks very, very well, right? We can hold our own in the space. And I think that also speaks to the notion of what educated looks like, right? It doesn't have a skin color. It doesn't have a tone of voice. We all have our own unique sound, and we bring all of that to our audience and to our community. And I just love that, because I remember the very first time I got on the air, and I was so hyper. I was so hyped, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, and it was just like, calm down. And then even as I started to calm down, I still kind of have that little girly, upbeat voice about myself. Whereas, Eric the Barbaric, he's like real low. You know what I'm saying? Like, his voice is real low. And so, like, I think even a certain tone of voice resonates with people. And that's why I love the diversity of the platform, because you get to hear all different types of unique voices and points of views. And so we're going to just kind of run through some of the public affairs programs that and recap. So Monday we have the Black Agenda Report that comes on Tuesday we have Speaking Truth to Power. On Wednesday, Capitalism, Race, and Democracy. On Thursday, we have the One Africa Worldview. And on Friday, White Lies Shattered, Reparations in Action. And so if you are looking for that point of view that comes with political issues, you have an opportunity every single day to get more information. And we know that knowledge is power, but more specifically, the application of that knowledge is power. Because you got to know how to move, right? I don't know if you want to come back in, Uncle Eddie. Is there anything else that you want to say about the DJs? I'm not sure if there's anyone else here yet.
Circle back. And, but I want to just piggyback off what you were saying about the shows that come on every day. These are shows that empowering our people. And that's the importance of this radio station. Not only that, it's just not something that you just turn on and listen. These shows are geared and designed for Black people, because African people, because with the other radio stations, like Stephen Z was saying, it's just not, they're commercial. They're only want to get your attention because of $1. And I'm talking about media that exposes all kind of beer and cigarettes and those type of things that are going to harm our community. We don't want to tune into those. We want to turn to this station that gives you a true analysis, like Director Keeley was saying, about the chairman, like the chairman Omali Yesatella, the leader and founder of the Uhuru movement. This brother has been doing stuff for over 50 plus years. And radio stations come now where we can actually broadcast messages from the chairman, like the O'Malley Minute that is played every day, for you can get some real analysis how this United States government is moving. And I said that while I'm talking about that, as you see, they're moving now, just with the war this morning on another country that they're just really violating. They can't take care of their own country, but they'll go overseas and bomb other people and do other things. And I think it has to start with home. And this radio station gives you that correct analysis, how people are moving in our world. And not only in our world, it's our community. And we have to keep a radio station like this going because of that simple fact of giving it that analysis to our African people. And again, it's just not about Black people. I say it all the time. We have people in this party, in the movement of the Uhuru movement, let's talk about the chairman, the solidarity people. Lisa Watson right now working, turning over the resources that have been stolen from African people forever, from the beginning of time. And we give you that analysis right here on Black Power 96. This is a community radio station that is geared to the community, African people, Black people, the working class people that's been working all their lives, brought through slavery. No other radio station is going to tell you about slavery times. They're taking all of that out of our history, out of the schools, out of the libraries, out of everywhere. Where is a Black man going to get a message about the bullets by Malcolm X? Where are you going to get those? Right here, 96.3 FM radio station. That's where you're going to get the real analysis, the real what happened to our people, to my grandfather, for your grandfather, for our grandfather, and so on and so on and so back. We can go back to the beginning of time where African people have been oppressed. And those days are coming to a revolution is coming for African people. And that's what this radio station is about. It's a revolutionary station, Black Power.
Absolutely. And there's so many ways to support Black Power as a whole. You can go to blackpower96.org/donate. That's www.blackpower96.org/donate. You can also use the Cash App, $Black Power 96. That's $Black Power 96. And then if you want to mail a check, you can mail it to Black Power 96, address 1245 18th Avenue South, St. Petersburg, Florida, 33705. And you can let us know if you would like to make a pledge in the chat. Anyone who's in the chat live and would like to make a pledge, you can go to the chat box and give your pledge now. And we also want to take a minute to recognize some of those sustaining members who have been consistently donating to Black Power 96 Radio. So Ms. Tress in Ottawa, Canada, who became a $10 a month sustaining this morning. Thank you. MQ, Jamie, Joanne, Janice, and Diane in Florida. Thank you. Mawizi, and Inya in California. Thank you. These are, and okay, before I keep going, shout out to all of these names that's coming from around the globe, right? Because I have to learn how to pronounce them all, right? But I'm up for the challenge. Absalom, right, in New York. Jamal, Leah, Sarah in Minnesota. Thank you so much. Kofi, Brendan, Kitty, yeah. Allison, Ruby, Stephanie, and
home, but
thank you
great.
so much. Michael in Wisconsin, thank you. Emmanuel in Maryland, shout out to you, thank you. Raya in Illinois, thank you. Sandy and Jan in Washington, thank you for your donations. Virginia and India, Renee, thank you. In Pennsylvania and in Ecuador.
Wow.
That's giving distance, okay? I love that for us. These supported around the world, these supporters have given us monthly donations and provide a stable base for funding for the station. So we encourage anyone who is not a sustaining member, who has not already become a sustaining member, to consider giving anything that is on your heart consistently and become a reliable support for us at Black Power 96, whether it's 5, 10, 25. And I know some people out there with a couple grand, who might want to join the movement, right? Make it easy. We also want to give a shout out to the supporting members who have already contributed during the drive. There are too many to name right now, but if you do not hear your name mentioned, we just want you to know that we appreciate you and that we see you and we love you and thank you for every single thing that you have done for this station. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all of that. If you're able to give something today, whether it's $5, $10, or $100, whatever it is, just give it. www.blackpower96.org/donate. Don't hesitate, right? Because we get one good life to live, but you never know when it's over. So you thought, oh, I'll donate tomorrow. Just go ahead and do it now. We'll wait. You know, do what you can while you can. Okay. It's about 4:41 right now.
Okay.
So.
And I guess we can move forward, and if we throw it over to Lisa, and I think we got some comrades online,
right?
And so we can skip over to maybe Chris, and see if we can bring Chris up while we wait. The Daddy Pop is on the way, so
okay,
a couple of people. So, and comrade Lisa, I don't know if you're available now. We can get Chris on, and that would help. But yeah. Donate. It's a good cause. If you've been listening, you know that this is just not a regular radio station. It is really geared to our community all over the country, all over the world, especially again for the local artists. You know, I can't stress enough about the local artists that are submitting their music. And again, if someone's online listening, go to Submit Music, email us, submitmusic@blackpower96.org. Submit music at blackpower96.org.
And Mr. Chris Clement is one of our tech volunteers. So I've seen him out and about and in the conversation plenty of days, just holding it down for Black Power, from the lights that on air to the mics to the transponders to everything that we need to make Black Power move on a daily basis. So
you know what inspired me about Chris? We just had the MLK, was in the MLK parade, and this brother, he is about, I guess Chris, I'm gonna give his age, 70 something, I believe he told me 75, but he all day long, he was out there at the parade, and mind you, earlier this year, he lost his beloved wife, and but this brother never wavered from coming to this radio station and supporting, and I just can't say enough about Chris Clement. Really can't. That's just incredible. The things that
long story short, it started about 3 years ago with a drive-by.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Tell us.
Yes.
And talk
Yeah. I was driving by and I saw the banner and saw the 96.3, so I tuned it in. And Eddie was on. He was going to town, enthusiastic, very exciting program material. But something about the signal was a little strange, and it dawned on me, well, it wasn't in stereo. And it's supposed to be in stereo. So it was kind of like inside my head rather than the two speakers. And I have custom radio background and so forth. And I thought, well, I should let them know and maybe help them. And I did. I got online. I think I made a donation, talked to a couple of people, and then a week later had a face-to-face and, gradually got to know each other. First, who is this guy, and but I got to the bottom of the lost channel, and we got that straightened out. And there's one thing that led to another and to another. And there's always little technical bits that I felt I could help out with and make the station sound good and keep it legal. And the transmitter is one of our issues now because all that equipment's getting old. And we're looking at, well, we need to replace that computer. We need to replace the transmitter. We've replaced a bunch of other things. I think one of the first things I dealt with besides that stereo was the profanity box. That's what they call it. That's the thing that, if Eddie has someone in the, in a discussion group with extra microphones or on the phone or something like that, and the person blurts something out that wouldn't go over too well with the government, the FCC, he can smack a button and it disappears. And the way that works is just a delay. People are speaking, but the people out there in Radio Land, they hear it 8 seconds later. And so if something bad gets in there, Eddie can smack this button and it disappears. So I helped out with stuff like that, and it's been enjoyable, and it's been a lot of fun. Also, I've been working on an app. This hasn't gone online yet, but it should. This is the new app that shows the songs playing and when they played, the songs that played before. And there's some news, which is specifically, I don't know if you can see the print or not, it might be mirror image, but it's bring African People's Socialist Party plots course to win Black Power. It's your stuff. So this is ready to go anytime you want to go ahead and put it online. And I guess at that point, I'll turn it back to Eddie or Simone.
And thank you again, Mr. Chris, for explaining to us exactly how you contribute to the movement and to the empowerment of the community. And like I said, appreciate everything that you do. Of course, condolences to your wife continually. And we just appreciate you. We at Black Power appreciate you. We appreciate your time and your effort and your dedication to us here at the radio station, because we definitely couldn't do it without you. Right? We definitely couldn't do it without you. So we definitely want to thank you for that. We do have another DJ in the building, just stepped in right off the press, right? Yeah. DJ Alexander, come on and let us know about what it is that you do and how you contribute to the community. Come on over, get close, get close.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alexander, aka DJ A+, and I have a show every Thursday from 4 to 5 p.m. It's called Keep It Moving, which is designed to empower everyone through difficult times with upbeat music and trying to keep everyone moving up. I am a Colombian descent, which after America, the United States and Brazil, Colombia is the third country with most Blacks in America. So I try to share music from what I call the motherland, which is Colombia. But yeah, trying to continue doing what Black Power 96.3 FM is doing, and it's spreading positivity to uplift music and such. So happy to be here. The way that I landed on the 96.3 FM was something that I didn't expect for it to happen. I was listening to music on my cell phone while I was doing deliveries at my regular job, and my phone died. So I decided to listen to the radio station. And while I was listening to the radio station, I tuned into Black Power 96.3 FM, which I regularly had done prior to that. And I heard a commercial saying that they needed volunteer DJs, which was somewhere around June, July 2025. And I decided to call, send an email, and here I am. What was that, 8 months ago? And I am happy to be part of the team, happy to be part of the movement, and happy to share the message.
And so tell us how it feels to actually be on the air, in the booth. I always tell people when I'm on the air that, like, you got to be in the room, right? DJ Eddie always sets the tone for it to just be a space where you can be yourself. So do you feel anything when you're back there sharing in this room, this space, this atmosphere?
To be honest, I do feel a lot of anxiety and nervousness because it's my first experience behind the booth and at a radio station, but it's also something that is very fulfilling because I have always loved music and loved the art of being a radio DJ. So yeah, it has been something that has been challenging and something that has been inspiring, knowing what the last product is that is wanted behind the movement.
I definitely understand that. And I think that every single host who has got on basically said the same thing. And even myself, I didn't see this for myself. My mentor was talking to DJ Eddie one day and was like, they just came up with it for me, and I knew something was missing. But, when you have people who see things that you don't see, right? Who have a vision to say, let's maximize who you are as a person. You have something to bring to the world. And then I get a phone call and I'm like, guess what? I got your radio show. And I'm like, you got me a what? You got me a, huh? And they're like, well, if you don't want, I'm like, wait, just talk slow. Let me digest it, And it was very intimidating, but Black Power makes it so easy for you to find your footing, right? To find your place in the world. And I know that there's a big pressure when you're on the radio, taking up space. And a lot of other radio stations, it's a money thing, right? To where, like, if you go 1 minute over or 1 minute under, you cut off too soon, and there's so many rules. We have rules that we have to sustain, but we also have a lot of grace and a lot of love that comes from Black Power Radio. So what was a moment for you that made you feel extremely appreciated and also safe to be able to explore and grow in this area? Is there a moment that you encountered here?
The moment when I was told that I was able to express myself musically and personally, and just be, when I was told that we want to reach out, then the Black community, we want to reach the Hispanic community, and I speak Spanish and I play music in Spanish, and I was given the green light, to explore that side of me and to express that side of me. So that's when I knew that Black Power was open to letting me express myself.
And I think that's so wonderful. It just goes right back into what the motto is, right? You can't explain or change the world without increasing the point of view. sharing that space with every walk of life, every type of nationality, every background. And that's why I love the performance at the Super Bowl, right? I kind of was okay with it being in all Spanish because I didn't understand everything it was saying, but I knew that someone could regulate on that frequency and they felt seen. And I feel like that's what you're saying at the same time, like being able to reach into your Colombian heritage, being able to share the space and share that with an audience. And maybe there are some people out there who are wanting to learn a language and they learn best through music, right? That's me. Like I'm that type of person. And so my daughter is also very musically inclined and she uses music to learn a lot of things. So language is one of those things that you can learn through music, and you learn a song, then you learn what it means in English, and you kind of like reverse engineer. And so I love the fact that we're able to bring that into the conversation here at Black Power. And if you are of Hispanic descent, tell them how they can, reiterate when you're on the air and what you have to give to the world.
Well, I try to do it, like I said, through my musical knowledge. I know that the African sound is in every corner of the world.
It is.
And like I said before, Colombia being the third country with most Blacks in America, I know what moves the community, and I also try to start this dynamic that I have on my show, which is the word of the day, where I throw in a word or two during my show.
Nice.
And, trying to share the Hispanic knowledge through music, through words, and through everything that I can,
Yeah. And when are you on the air again?
I'm on the air every Thursday. I'm from 4 to 5 p.m.
Very nice, very nice.
Something to say, in Spanish, how the people can donate.
Yeah, so if you want to say in Spanish how people can donate for our listeners, go here, right here.
Así que para toda la gente de habla española, pueden colaborar y donar a través de la página blackpower96.org, cual es BLACKPOWER96.org _donate DONAT, o lo pueden hacer por el Cash App a través de el signo de peso y la palabra Black Power 96, o pueden venir a nuestras instalaciones en 1245 18 Avenida Sur en Black Power en St. Petersburg, Florida 33705.
Gracias, muchas gracias. And thank you for coming on to tell us a little bit about your show and everything that you bring to the Black Power family. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Yes, and what amazing people, talent that we do have here at BP96. These DJs come in, they have been volunteering like Alexander, the A+, their brother gives a lot of good, when he says the show is called Keep It Moving. And before he plays a song, he has some great advice if you ever listen to him. And after that, he'll say, let's keep it moving. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep it moving.
I'm good. Are you?
Good. How you doing? Mayor Bear? No. Okay. What time is it? Give me some time check. Someone? 4:57. Okay. Well, let's get. I'm gonna get brother that just walked in, and hopefully Mayor Bear will give us a few minutes with this brother that just walked in, Ivan Summers. I've been talking about him on the radio, who is at WRXB for a long, long time, along with David Rogers, the hit band, Angel, Jim Murray, and Clint Jackson, and so many others at WRXB. So I'm gonna bring him in and have an interview with this brother, Ivan Summers from WRXB. Ivan.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? Have a seat down, brother Ivan Summers.
All right, hello everybody.
from WRXB. Ivan, let me tell you, first of all, thank you for being here. I don't have long with you. I have done it some way, but I am so proud that you are here. DJ Eddie, I know you listen to me sometime, but let me tell you, brother, I'm standing on you guys' shoulders. You know what I mean? From Angel Murray to Hitman, tell us about WRXB and your time there. How long were you?
Oh, well, I started in the early, let's say mid 80s. And I was a big fan of the station before they went 24 hours. Before they had the overnight, and then they went gospel later down the road.
Right.
But just being a part of the old school guys like Clint Jackson, Jim the Angel Murray, actually that took his place after he passed away. So, and being a part of the old school equipment, the old boards, vinyl. And RXP, what I say about radio, and even today in television, we're information then entertainment.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
And but I was a baby DJ, just kind of wild, you know. And I don't mean wild in a bad way, just over ambitious about all the being part of the music. And the music was changing. You know, the hip hop world started. And the format wasn't as dictated back then.
How long were you at the Varsity?
Woo! I think my last time it was gospel. And in 2016.
16 with the close.
Well, about a year prior.
Okay.
And in RXB, the format was just a mixed bowl. You know, you do spiritual music, which was most Black radio stations started out that way.
Yes, definitely. You gotta get the community.
And but just learning from how these guys mechanics in radio was, you know. And you know, because I was new at broadcast and I can play for a particular club or some other place, but to be formatted in the radio, you have to learn a clock and all the breaks and stuff like that. So but it was a great ride. I truly miss it.
Tell me something. I've been I've been doing radio here for about 8 years myself. But give me a question. I asked Stephen Z. I'm going to ask you too. Why do you think people should support Black media in itself?
Oh, come on, man. I think
Not answers for that.
Yeah, but it's dripping, you know?
Wow.
I mean, the thing about it, and I don't knock particular, you know, demographics and generation of people, but if you don't get to the source of the below the surface, you would drift like a couple. If one together, you don't walk together, you drift. And I think our music, the culture, you know, the integrity of what, you know, R&B is, you know, how can I say this? It's great music, but just call it something else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, no, I got it. But if it's it's just the thing about it, if you don't know what soul music is, if you don't know what the real rhythm and harmony is, and you just, you know, Stephen and I, we talk about it all the time. You don't know. And the farther we go on and let this drift, they won't know.
They won't know.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
So, and there's a big audience, a huge audience. You know, being in your 30s is different than it was 20 years ago.
Right.
Being 3 years old is different.
It's different.
And being 60 and 70 is different.
It's much different.
Yeah. So there's more active adults. And I love the old school, you know, stuff. A lot of us do like the 70s, 80s.
Like the old school.
Oh, yeah.
I love the old school.
But when you drop names like Melba Moore and all, who was that?
Right. But this radio station really gears to some of the old school. We love that. Ivan, I'm going to ask you one more question. I'll let you go. And first of all, we appreciate you being here.
Yes, sir.
But have you ever, as a DJ, tell me one instance that you knew that you really touched someone in the audience?
I have to say, doing the gospel time, the spiritual music. And I can say the other format of music, but because there's so much powerful message in a song and people go through certain various things. But spiritual music,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say, even when I was doing that, it wasn't, I wasn't as comfortable because you played, you know, your Appuccino Walker, your spiritual stuff, and an hour later I have to play some Bobby Bland or something crazy. So I try my hardest to balance out the audience, you know. So, but spiritual music definitely was my my main focus. And I'm sensitive. I was very sensitive in the selection of music because back then we could kind of play what you need, you know, what you wanted.
Yeah.
So I was very mindful of what I'm saying. But the other format, I just, you know, it's like, oh man, I didn't mean to say that. It didn't affect me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And Shirley, I met so many. We were talking earlier. We met so many people,
right?
And I just, I can't name drop so many. But Shirley Caesar, Robert Williams, I remember them well, and they remember me if I saw them. They go, "Oh, I remember that little guy." You know? Yeah. But
that's how I felt about Gerald Austin from the Manhattan.
Oh yeah,
from the Spinners.
Yeah. But B.D. Winans, all of these guys. Man,
well, Ivan, let me tell you, man, it's been a pleasure. My brother-in-law wants to talk with you. Heard Robert Nettles?
Okay.
But he wants to talk to you, so I'm gonna give you his number in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But I appreciate you coming out and supporting this radio station.
Man, y'all keep up the good work. I do try to listen as much as possible, and yeah, man, keep them going.
Yeah,
keep them going, y'all.
Absolutely.
And hey, there's a thing. Every show I ain't asleep. Don't think people ain't listening.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying?
I say it all the
and
time.
Everybody calling is an influence, but there's more people on the other side.
Yes.
And you know, people have their reason why they have a dislike. So I don't get wrapped up in that easy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So other than that,
okay.
Yeah, I was surprised with everybody being here. Yeah.
Well, again, I thank you, man.
Yeah.
You're big inspiration to be there.
Yeah, man. Well, I'll have to stop in one day.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll welcome you here.
Okay.
Red carpet's out. Well, that's, again, I want to thank Ivan for being here. Thank you, Ivan. And Simone, he'll be back with this. And I think we got Mayor Bear. Is Mayor Bear ready?
Yes,
Yeah, again, I want to ask people to donate. You can do that now by going to blackpower96.org/DJ, or you can go to our Cash App. I say it all the time on the radio. Don't take a nap. Don't go to sleep. Don't take a nap. Use the Cash App. It's $ Black Power 96. Make it easy, simple, and quick. $ Black Power 96. Again, Simone, you want to come in?
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate
guys.
you.
Y'all have a good.
Absolutely. And we're gonna let Simone say a few words, and I'm gonna interview Mayor Bear. She's getting ready to come on. But Simone, tell the people again, how to just donate and where they can listen to your show.
So the Simone Durant Show is held every Monday at 10 a.m. On Black Power Radio 96. We talk all things hair, health, beauty, and community. Of course, educating, enlightening, and empowering. If you want to donate, you can donate at $blackpower96.org/donate. I'm sorry, www.blackpower96.org/donate. Or on the Cash App, $ Black Power 96. You can also go to write a check at 12 and send it to 1245 18th Avenue South, St. Petersburg, Florida 33705. And that's written out to blackpower96.org. And we're about to bring in
Mayor
Bear. Okay.
Yes. Hi.
All right.
Hey.
Good afternoon, evening to you, Mayor Bear. I'm just proud to have you also online here at BP 96. Tell the people a little about you. I'm sure you're from St. Pete, but tell people who you are and what are you doing.
Well, my name is actually Mary. I got the nickname Mayor Bear from one of my very close friends for my little bitty size, and I always give out what they call the best hugs. I am right now in a space where I am just actually doing what I love. I am just talking about home, my experiences with home, what I've grown up around, and I'm just putting out some feel-good music. That's about it.
Yes, and you make people feel good. I know that not only just because heard some of your music, and we got to get some of your music here at BP 96. You know that we're talking about some things coming up, you and I. What do you have coming up real soon?
So we do have a video shoot that we are doing for the Made in Tampa challenge, which the people have renamed to the So St. Pete remix. So we have a video shoot coming up for that on March 22nd. We are waiting full clearance, but we will be at Bartley Park. That is the ideal space. We are going old school 90s St. Pete, chunky Sunday back in the day. Bring out the bamboo earrings, the crimp ponytails, the microwave ponytails, the big car sitting on the deuces, and we're just gonna have us a good old time. Bring those kids and the community.
Right on. And how can people?
I'm sorry, I am going to move from the space that I am because.
Okay, well, take your time, sweetheart. we got you, and we love to have you here. And again, I want to let the people know you're a local artist, but you are doing some big things. And how can people actually find your music? How can they get in touch with you?
Well, right now I have everything being downloaded and sent over to me. Music is still being worked on, being cleared and squared away. I have to get me a DistroKid has all of my things placed on all of the platforms. But right now, if anybody's trying to get it, they can message me or my manager. Her name is Kiana on Facebook, and we can send the tracks over to them with no issue.
Kiana, Facebook.
Yes, and that is QIANA. Horsley.
Yeah, so I put that in the chat, and we're definitely going to keep in touch with you. I know you're shooting your video and doing what you do, but another question to you, and I ask everybody, and I'm just so proud to have you on as a local artist, because this station is geared to all of the local artists. I always tell local artists, submit your music at submitmusic@blackpower96.org. Our email address, submitmusic@blackpower96.org. You got tons and tons of followers. So, Mayor, why do you think people should support a Black radio station such as Black Power, Black media? Why do you think they should support us?
I think that Black is the undertone of every color. So being that as it may, that means we are connected to everything, every culture, every system. It all diverts back to Black. So there's always an opportunity to learn, experience when you come to the Black cultures, radio stations, and you hear about the Black news and the things that are going on. It also helps keep people in touch with the reality of the Black world, because sometimes we are forgotten about. Most times, more often than not, we're forgot about. We're the culture that's pushed to the wayside. Even if the other cultures won't tune in, it's important for us to tune in and support one another more than anything else.
Absolutely. Great answer. And I'm gonna let first I'm gonna tell you my sister loves you, so I'll give a shout out to you.
I love her back. Hi, sister.
And I'm gonna turn it over to Simone. She has a question to you before you go. And thank you for being here.
No problem.
Hi, I feel like I even know you.
Hey, classmate, St. Pete Little Devils.
Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. I'm like, okay, I've seen you so many times in my lifetime. And it's so crazy how small that community is, right? I'd love to have you on the show to tell people, because I feel like your story needs to be heard, right? People need to know why to love you.
Okay.
And so that's what we do on the Simone Durant Show, as I say, you get to know the story behind the person that you see to make them approachable, make them human. I think so many people feel like they can't be reached, right? But we're reachable. Like, you can reach out. Yeah, just because we're doing great things, in our own way, it doesn't mean that we can't be reached and that we won't reach back, right? And bring someone who wants to go.
And I'm kind. I'm really kind. I'm very personable. Anybody can approach me. I'm always smiles and hugs. I've grown over time. Everybody in the city has they've watched me evolve. They've watched me go through the negativity. They've watched me go through, trauma. I've had things that I placed on platforms that have made people wake up. And I know a lot of people, they act like they don't care about me, and they, but I know when I speak, my voice holds a lot of weight in the city.
Right.
So I just keep on talking, and I would love to come and do the show.
Absolutely. And if there's one thing that you want to share with the audience listening, as it relates to taking up space in the world, for whatever they feel like they are purposely meant to do? What would you say?
By all means necessary, do it. Do it. I I had a conversation with someone really close to me some time ago, and I remember telling her I was doing hair, and everybody knows I do hair. And I'm doing hair, and we get to talking about music, and I say, that's my passion. And she says, well, why won't you do it? And I say, it's expensive. And I felt my voice crack. In that moment, I told myself, Mary, you got to get back to what you love doing.
Right.
And it was hard, but I realized my music is my voice, and it does not always have to be loud. It does not have to be boisterous. I don't have to use just those social media platforms to speak. Do what you love, and you can make it all work together in a positive way. Trying to get away from that negativity. I felt like our city had a dark cloud over it, and somebody somewhere has to do something. This place used to be a light for many. Our elders,
right.
I wanted to get it back. So do it by all means necessary. Whatever that purpose is, whatever you feel it may be, do it.
And thank you for your testament. Thank you for your contribution to the Black Power family and the St. Petersburg family as a whole.
I love my city.
Yeah, girl, I know, right? It's been such a privilege to have you, and thank you for sharing.
Thank you guys for supporting. I thank the entire city, everybody. We're gonna ride this thing on out as far as it's gonna take us, but I hope everybody come out March 22nd. I'll have merch for sale. People can get t-shirts to wear. Yeah, everybody in the music video, we're gonna have a good time.
All right, thank you so much. Thank
Bye.
you.
Yes. Yes, okay.
All right. And next we have Miss Melinda Francis, DJ for Diasporic Music. She's now live on Zoom, and we're going to check in with her. She's the co-host along with Norman Otis Richmond, aka Jalali. And they are working together to spread some good love to the community. I think I seen her pop up.
Francis.
Greetings.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Greetings. Hey.
Welcome to the turn up.
Yeah, unfortunately I'm representing both me and Norman. Norman has a speaking engagement. It's the last day so he had a conflict. But I'm here. So yeah, just to tell listeners and people who don't know our show, we do a music slash news current affairs show called Diasporic Music made in the West, but not of the West. And Norman, he has a playlist and he plays music from, Africans all over the continent. So it's from, jazz, it's from R&B, soul, and then, hip hop and spoken word and, the watershed all over the global diaspora. And then we have a new show and we have special guests and radio documentaries. Our show is like basically music and politics, music and documenting the struggle and all that kind of stuff. So we have interview guests like from all over the hemisphere, and wherever we kind of build relationship. From Jamaica, we have Rupert Lewis that calls in. He's a historian. And then we also have Gerald Horn every week for the Horn Report. And he analyzes current affairs. So that's our show, and we're every Sunday 2 to 4. And yeah, and if it wasn't for Black Power 96, we couldn't do this show. So, you support the station, you support the show, you support the movement, kind of thing.
How did you get started with Black Power? What's your birth story into the nation?
Okay, well, I basically I met Norman. I'm a filmmaker, so I had gone to Haiti. I have this ongoing documentary I'm still working on. following the Haitian diaspora after the earthquake. So I've been following projects for that long. And so after my first production trip, you know, um, Norman called me in to a show, and at that time it was on another station. And so in 2014, so anyway, that show I ended up joining the crew. So that was in 2011. And he had two shows. So he had a show called Diasporic Music on Black Power 96, and we had Saturday Morning Live on CKLN. Long story short, that station kind of went off the air. We kind of were online and we were still doing it separately, but in 2014 we joined at that time Uhuru Radio, and we combined the two shows, and that's how diasporic music in its form now became thing. And we then moved over when we went into the station Power 96. So we've been on the show for since the beginning.
Ooh, I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And how has being a part of Black Power 96 changed your life?
I mean, if it wasn't for the station, we wouldn't be anywhere on the radio. So, we might have been, um, yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for the station, we wouldn't be here now. So, it pretty much kind of grew with the station, right? So, and Norman has been on and a writer for Burning Spear for a while. So, and as soon as I joined his team, I sort of joined the Black Power 96 family. So we've been there from the beginning, and hopefully we'll be with you guys until we get freedom, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thereafter, right? Because we're gonna let it rain.
Yeah.
I think thank you so much for being a part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Even just on camera, I've never met you in person, but you just seem like a breath of fresh air. Like
Thank you. Thank you.
I would
Thank
love
you.
to be in the room with some of you all in the near future. And it just speaks to the importance of having a community, not just in right in front of you, but one that's connected, like that universal web. I remember having a conversation with someone, and they were doing something that popped into my mind to start, but I never really had the ability to start it, nor the time or access to funding and different things like that. But I saw her at the Collard Green Festival a couple of weeks ago, and she was doing the very thing that God had put on my heart needed to be done. And I told her, I said, sometimes God will put something on your heart, not because you need to do it, because you're touching and agreeing with someone else, right? To give them strength. And so it kind of, as you guys speak, it's reminding me of that energy web that is stretched far and wide, where you're just put in a space for it to pop into your head so that you can confirm and reaffirm and put a little bit more energy behind it, right? And that's what the movement is really all about. That's what Black Power, that's what the Education and Defense Fund, that is what the Uhuru movement is all about. That is what the sharing of knowledge that this platform does is all about. So that sometimes you hear something and you be like, you know what, like I prayed about that. And it's so crazy that this person is bringing it up, or, I put forth this effort into the atmosphere and this person picked up the mantle and ran with it. I'm so happy to see it. But I think that a lot of times in culture and in the community, we feel like it has to be us. And I'm so glad that
as an individual, that
it doesn't just, you can't do it alone. It takes everybody. So if there's anything that you feel like needs to happen in the world to change it, to better it, like even if it's just a prayer, even if it's just, you meditating on that and just allowing that energy to flow, you never know who's going to pick it up and run with it, right? You don't know who has the ability to actually bring it forth to power, to bring truth to power, to make it happen. And when I look at all the things that are going on in the movement, it's like, we have a garden here in St. Pete. They have a garden in Illinois, and there's a radio station in here, and then there's one in Missouri, and then California is starting to open up, and we're just starting to like bridge all of these things that it can reach so many more people. So I love that you told the story of joining forces with Norman, but I also hear that if you are connected to the movement, we will make space for you. We will make room for you to grow and to blossom. And so I love to hear you guys' story. I'm so happy that you guys have the opportunity to share. And thank you for being on the show tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Is there anything that you would like to say? How important is it for people to continue to support the radio station?
I mean, what you're going to hear on Black Power 96, you're not going to hear anywhere else on the dial or on the internet. So, and like with, like the current climate, it's important that we stay educated and stay connected. So it's important that we have the airways, like it is an engine of the movement. Like, how are you supposed to find out news from across, the diaspora? So it's important to keep the space going. So yeah, if you haven't become a member, if you haven't donated, even a little bit counts, like, so please donate now, help the station get our goal. And yeah, become a member and become active also,
Right.
Yeah.
And so thank you very much. Thank you very much. Next, I'm going to turn it over to DJ Eddie and the saxophone jazz connoisseur. Okay, Henry Ashwood Jr. You can come on over.
Henry Ashwood Jr. This brother. Oh my goodness. We slide on down. Yeah, get in this frame. Well, let me tell you something. When I first, good evening to you. Say good evening to the people.
Good evening.
But brother, you are extraordinary, as they said. I met you at I was gonna say the Manhattan sponsor.
Dedication at
at the Armory. And brother, you was playing that saxophone, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna get him on the radio station. He gonna be a part of something that I'm doing. Because brother, you are absolutely good. How long have you been playing?
Let's just say almost 50 years.
You that young?
I'm over that young.
That's 50 years. And you do a lot of covers. You do a lot of gospel also.
I do a combination of stuff. I do some original stuff. I do a lot of improvisation on just instrumentals. I have some original stuff. As a matter of fact, I have a CD myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
You also perform a lot here in St. Pete. Where do you perform at?
I have a few different places. I perform for my next few gigs coming up. I'm here in St. Petersburg. Let me see. On this Thursday.
Get your calendar. This Thursday. I know you're all over the place, so yeah, take your time.
Yeah.
And
on this Thursday, I'll be at the Chataway.
Chataway 4th Street.
Yeah, I'll be there from 6 to 9, doing a little background jazz for the people, original stuff. I have a conga player and a trombone player, Edward Bowers, on congas. And I have on trombone Reggie Thompson.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you've been playing for a long time, so you're very, very good. And being here at Black Power 96.3 FM, I know you heard about the radio station. And you listen sometimes. I think I had an interview with you once a while back. But tell the people, I ask this question all the time: why people should support Black media such as Black Power?
So they can hear the truth from the truth. You're only going to tell what's necessary or what's necessary for our community, what's more necessary for our community, more so than the other communities, and it's straight from the heart. And it's what's going on now. That's my interpretation of what you're doing. What's very important to us.
Absolutely. I know you got some pieces. I talked with you and went up on YouTube. And how can people find if they really want to see you do what you do? How can they find?
They could go to my Facebook, Henry Ashwood. I got 3 of them. Let me see. There's one has a picture with oh my God, that's kind of artsy. That's the one that you can go to, or you can inbox me on Messenger. I'm on Messenger with Facebook.
Okay, Facebook.
And, yeah, Henry Ashwood.
Ashwood on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. I see you got your equipment. You were trying
Yeah, I was gonna do
trying to blow something for us.
for you.
I don't know how well it would come over the internet, so whatever you do, give us like 30 seconds or a minute.
30 seconds or a minute.
Nothing real
Okay.
long, about a minute maybe.
Yeah,
'Cause sometimes when you're over Zoom, it doesn't come out good, so I don't want to, you know.
Yeah, I understand.
But why I still got you though, Henry, being here, you're a native of St. Pete, and who did you ever play for? I think you played for somebody
Well,
that people may know.
Played with a lot of different people. In the military band, I did 24 years in the military band. I played with the military for a while. Berlin. I played. Yeah, I played. I sat in with Mr. Buster Cooper. He played with Duke Ellington. He won the famous back then, Mr. John Lamb. I got a chance to sit in with him a few times. And he's right here in St. Petersburg.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard Mr. Jeremy Carter, and you know, I had a chance to play with him, and he's one of the top players in the area.
All right.
So a few people in the area here.
Yeah, I get you, man. Just it's a pleasure for you to be here. You gonna blow something for us right now?
28%.
Okay, let's
Connecting you.
let's see if we
Henry's got
can
ready.
let's see if we can get you
019.
something. If you're ready. And
Yeah.
chat moderators,
Henry's got
in the
ready.
chat.
02019. Connecting.
Okay.
Again, if you want to donate while we're waiting, please donate. Please go to blackpower96.org/donate. Please go to blackpower96.org/donate. Turn up for Black Power 96. And the Cash App, again, is $ Black Power 96. Our Cash App, $ Black Power 96. No amount is too large. No amount is too little, and no amount is too little or too large. Again, that Cash App is $ Black Power 96. And of course, as you heard earlier, you can make out a check or money order. Don't be shy. Spill it out. Black Power 96, the address 1245 18th Avenue South, St. Petersburg, Florida, 33705. Again, that's 1245 18th Avenue South, St. Petersburg, Florida. And that zip is 33705. Well, the Ashwood, you Myron? Well, let's give it something about a minute. Here's Henry Ashwood, you guys.
be at the Channelways this Saturday.
This Saturday.
I'm sorry, this Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Friday, I'll be in Eastboy City at a place called Sterling Cigar.
Okay.
And then Sunday, on the 7th,
Yeah,
no, the 14th. I'm sorry, the 14th, I'll be at the Blueberry Patch.
Okay.
At a birthday party.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm doing a birthday party at the Blueberry Patch on Sunday.
This Thursday at Chataway
This
from
Thursday
6 to 9.
6 to 9.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you being here.
I appreciate being here as well. Thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Thank you. Again, that's Henry Ashwood, and you can find him on Facebook at Henry Ashwood. Again, thank you so much for being here and supporting and turning up with Black Power 96.3 FM.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and yes, man. Again, people that are on Zoom and stuff watching, this is another reason we support the local artists, talent. This radio station supports not only local talent, but we support the volunteer DJs, everybody that you heard so far. It's a good station to support. I can't find words to say what Black Power means to DJ Eddie. And I've been here like 8 years now, and to be 100% blind, to be running a radio station, it's just important. It's a radio station geared for the people, and I can't say enough about my journey here at BP 96, coming in and volunteering like some of these other DJs. Volunteered for a couple of years, became assistant manager for a couple of years, now manager for 3 years with an enormous radio station. I can't tell you how important this station is to the community. As you heard the other DJs saying, how we connect with the other community. Got some other people coming in, and so Daddy Pop, I really want to get him in, and I need a time check for someone. Time check. Maybe go over a little bit. Come on, Simone. You want to do Daddy Pop then? And, but what enormous show. Did somebody else take phone? Oh.
Hey y'all, hey, I'm back. And Melina, I see you, girl. I see you chiming in, and yeah, we're gonna get right to you. But right now we have Mr. Daddy Pop, the producer of In Them Streets. He's also our brand new community liaison. Okay, so he's the one who's trying to make it happen in these streets, connect community right here in St. Petersburg, get the message out and about. He's the one that's doing all the dirty work, posting the flyers and networking for us, and he's doing an amazing job thus far. So tell us a little bit about what's going on in them streets and your contribution to Black Power.
Thank you very much. Yeah, there's a lot going on in the streets, and that's why there's a need for us to be in those streets. You know, I take the pleasure of being in those streets, getting the word at hand from the people themselves. There is a need for our community to have a voice, and that's what makes In the Streets so special.
And so when can we hear you on the radio?
It depends. In several ways. I have some music on the station as well, segments. We're doing some editing to some of the segments. DJ Eddie wants some certain special effects in the background, but I do have a catalog already ready, but we just want to put some touches on them before we air them.
So we're gonna hear you soon.
Yes,
we're gonna be in the streets soon, right? You're gonna be in the building and we're gonna be in the streets. I know that's right. How did you get started with Black Power Radio? What's your origin story? What's your birth story into the nation? As I said before, you know.
Okay. All right. Well, destiny. I can literally say destiny. You know, I'm from Clearwater. Never knew about this place here that's in this hidden location that's so amazing, special. I happen to have a friend that has a studio in Clearwater that I've been working with. He's an engineer, and he was invited to a convention. I think it was in March last year.
And he asked me to go to the convention with him. And that's where I met DJ Eddie. He was part of that convention. And we just hit it off. Just trying to be supportive of him. I was raised to do right, and I noticed that he had some things with him. I just wanted to help him with it outside to his vehicle. So as we was taking the things to his vehicle, he mentioned to me, he said, yeah, I'm glad you want to be part of this movement. And just the word movement, that the light bulb went off in my head. I knew right then it was something special going on in the making.
Right.
And we talked about me submitting some music to him. And I submitted some music to him, but from there we just developed a friendship. And I think what really made me want to develop a friendship, because when he said the movement, I knew then he saw something in me. And when someone has that kind of gift, you want to be part of it,
Right.
So from that moment, I started volunteering, doing photography work and whatever was needed. That's what type of person I am. If it needs to be done, let's do it, And yeah, so I would just say destiny.
Yes. I love that. I love that. I love origin stories. I love to be able to see what caught someone, what made them, what makes them tick, what made them want to be a part of the conversation. And everybody's story has been so different, but that universal underlying tone is somebody saw something in me, right? And it made me believe that I could do more. And that's the energy that we bring to Black Power Radio. If you guys don't know, like I said before, he is our community liaison. He is the in the streets, literally in the streets. Is the irony that his commentary is called that as well. But he's in the streets, and even from the first time I heard his name, it was just like hit the ground running. He's been here supporting us from day one, and so and he's on it. He's in it. He does whatever he can. It is no lie. Everyone here is a part of something bigger than themselves. We do what we can, and we hope that it grows beyond us, right? We hope that we touch someone and inspire someone to be like, you know what, whatever that is y'all got going on over there, I want to be a part of it, right? I want to support it. And ways that you can support tonight are by going to www.blackpower96/donate. You can also do the Cash App $Blackpower96, and you can send a check. Make it out to Black Power 96 to 1245 18th Avenue South, St. Petersburg, Florida 33705. We are grateful. We have some donors who are donating live right now as we speak. Zainaba, if that's how you pronounce it correct? Jainaba. Thank you. $5. Salute to DJ Eddie. He's such an incredible leader. This is just what we need in our community. So shout out to DJ Eddie for inspiring that donation. MQ gave $30, a regular donor and a sustaining member, but has also donated 3 times tonight. So we're gonna give you a woo. Yeah. And then we have a pledge from Lisa of $100. So thank you, Lisa. And anyone who else is interested in donating, do not sit back and be non-committed to the initiative. Put your money where your mouth at, put your fingers where your mouth at, do it while it's on your mind, be proactive. I know we're tired. I know it's Saturday. I know it's the end of the week, for some, it may be their Sabbath, but guess what? At 6 o'clock, when that sun go down, run that check, right? I know what time it is. Okay, we need everyone, and we're grateful for everyone who is already committed, who are sustaining members, who are a part of the community, who are supporting the initiatives. Thank you. Thank you very much. Is there anything, if you had to tell someone why to support Black Power Radio, why to support the movement, what would you say?
I would say it's a must to support Black Power.
You know, it's the most valuable essence we have, you know, and without it, there isn't anything. So let's keep our voice, let's stay heard, and let's stay blessed up.
Thank you so much, Daddy Pop, for being in the building. And I'm sure we're going to see and hear so much from you in the future.
Thank you.
Next week, we gotta put Melina on the stand. We gotta bring her into the building. We gotta have her a part of the conversation. Come on in, girl. Come in the room. Come in the room. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Listen, I've been seeing her nodding, smiling, snapping those fingers. Yes, yes.
Listen, you host the show so well. You have me hyped over here, even on mute.
Thank you so much. Melina is also a volunteer for Black Power Radio. And just tell us a little bit about how you got started with Black Power Radio and what the journey has been like for you so far.
Oh man, so the first time I ever even got exposed to like the Aquaba House and the Uhuru movement and Black Power 96 was coming for when the Uhuru 3 were rallying in St. Pete when they came and had an event at the Quaba House. And I actually just came there to film and just like bring record and like show people that are in Orlando what was going on in St. Pete. But the first thing that I always mention is walking up to the building and seeing that red, black, and green flag. And that was something that felt very historic. So already had the feels walking to the building, but then meeting DJ Eddie and just like how genuine he is about like just elevating not only the culture, but the struggle, having deep conversations and making it fun. Like he's a blind DJ. I have a friend that is blind that wants to be a DJ. So he's an inspiration. He's a walking, living inspiration. You know what I mean? So getting involved with Black Power 96 was just seeing something that was representative of that needed to be done. Like when I was a kid, and I hope I'm not telling my age, but you used to listen to the radio and you could hear music that dictated and told you how it actually elevated or like explained how you felt, right? You could listen and you could listen to a love song, or you could listen to a sad song, you could listen to any type of song and you could feel that. We don't have that available everywhere. Black 96 is that, like Black Power 96 is that hub that you can get all types of music, but it's elevating music. It's music with intention. You know what I mean? So I don't just want to listen to music to pacify me. I want music with intention that's going to elevate me. And that's what Black Power 96 does.
I love that. You said that so well.
I love that.
Yes, yes. Now, this is a question that hasn't really been asked, but I see your fire. I see your youth. And what would you say to young people who see what's going on in the world, sees the State of the Union, sees that there's an attack about public speech and being able to have that First Amendment right and to truly advocate for yourself and support things that advocate for you as a person? What would you say to those who are afraid, right? Afraid of stepping into that territory because maybe they feel like they won't be accepted, or they may be shunned, or they may miss an opportunity. How would you encourage the younger people who are getting the mantle today?
There's a saying that I often like saying, if you want to go alone, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together and join a movement, right? Like join an organization, go with people, because there's power in numbers, especially what we see now. People are so emboldened to spread mistruth, right? But they're doing it in a group. Now they feel supported by a system. So we have a system. You guys have it in St. Pete. So join an organization. You don't even have to be local, because I am in Orlando, but as a volunteer, I can assist virtually. It's just so important to have that representation, which is what Black Power 96 embodies. But it's even more important to get active, because we do have the power. It says it on the wall, Black Power. We have the power, and it doesn't matter like what you are. It doesn't matter if you're black, yellow, brown, purple, whatever. Like we have the power when we're together. So join an organization, join. Dang it.
Uhuru. And as you were speaking, it really just made me think about what a community actually gives you. And when you are afraid to do things alone and you partner with people who support you, those people have occupation. Those people take up space in the world, right? So let's say there is an opportunity where a door gets closed. You don't know if the person that you're standing next to is a lawyer, a banker, owns their own business, is a farmer, knows how to effectively navigate through those situations. So when you join a movement, when you join a community, it's not just you anymore.
Correct.
Those assets that they have cancel out the liabilities that people are trying to give by you standing strong, right? And so we all know in the area of life, everything is currency, right? And so when I gain access to someone, I just gain time, I just gain money, I just gain opportunity, I just gain influence, I just gain perspective, right? You don't have to feel like you're alone in this world, right? You can gain experience, knowledge, pathways, doors can be open where doors are closed. You just never know, right? And I think when you do it on your own accord, when you are passionate about what it is that you're joining, it's almost like the law of attraction. I've met so many people tonight, even they're like, oh yeah, you come on, Monday mornings. And I'm like, but at first it used to resonate like, but I don't get any call-ins, And now it's like, oh, you are listening.
Yes.
And that was because DJ Eddie saw that it was important to position me right after him, right? To be able to say, okay, like I've heard what she's trying to give. I've seen her pilot. And this is where she belongs, right? If I hadn't joined a community that felt that it was important that they positioned me correctly while I got my start, I probably, who knows who would be listening, right? And so that was his knowledge. That was his experience. That was his level of expertise. And that's what you get when you join a movement. So don't be afraid, to step in and volunteer. Because when people see Black, the first thing they think is that there's people against Black, but there's also people for Black, right?
Right.
So, and that's what we have to see the glass half full versus half empty and continue to fill it up. So I thank you for all of your contributions. To Black Power Radio, to the Uhuru movement as a whole. I appreciate everything. And I just like, look, if you guys are live right now and you just see her, don't you just see lift every voice and sing. That's what it's giving. It's giving light up the world. It's giving we are children. It's given. I love your energy. Is there anything else that you would want to share? What's one experience that really made you feel like you were contributing to life in the world, in the movement, in a very powerful way? Something that just made you feel great.
I always feel like I used to feel like I was born around the wrong time because I was reading things about like the Black Power movement, like with Black Panthers, Martin Luther King, and all that. But like something that's really helped me feel so much more confident about, like, even in unhopeful circumstances, about the future for African people, for me as an individual, my family, is just being part of Black Power 96, honestly. So like if it's in different ways, like I've been able to come to the building and like sell the literature, the propaganda. I've been able to film, I've been able to provide insight. I can't name just one experience because the entire experience is something that is genuine joy. And how they say good trouble, it feels like good trouble and it feels like you're not alone. So I hope that answered the question, because it's like, it's not one experience, it's like all the experiences. I always leave St. Pete like my heart full.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your testament and your journey with Black Power Radio. Is there anything else that you want to share with the family today before you chime off?
Yeah, I have a podcast, blacksrespected.com. We have a show every other Thursday, and right now we're doing civic re-education, and just we believe that the seed is education. So just like knowledge is power, right? So we can't see where we're going unless we are informed, and that's in all spectrums. And that's one of the other things that I wanted to shout out, because I believe Director Kile, she also had ran for a seat in the city. Like, there's living legends with that organization. So I just, you know, I just want to be a part of that, and just thankful. And you guys, like they've been saying, donate, donate, donate. Like, every little dollar matters. It's going to a good cause. It's uplifting people. It's when there's things that are good in this world, you have to support it. That's the best thing I can say.
Thank you, Uhuru. Thank you so much. And we have had some donations since our last update. So Stephen, $25 watching live on YouTube from Sumter, South Carolina. Shout out to Stephen. Thank you for your donation. Valencia, watching live as well, donated $96.30. I know that's right. That is clocked. Okay, Valencia. Thank you so much for your donation, and keep them coming. Keep it coming. We haven't reached our goal yet, but every dollar counts. We're so grateful. As a part of what we're doing, there's so many different ways that you can be a part of the conversation. And I love the fact that, you know, you were able to, you know, sell the propaganda in the literature and, you know, support virtually from a distance. And there's so many ways that you can really be a part of the conversation. Whether it's, hey, like if you guys have some flyers, I'm going to this event, I can take them with me. I used to have this thing when I first started my business, and it was like Queen Creations on the Move. I since changed my name to create a different experience. But when I went, everybody went with me. Like, so if everyone doesn't have the ability to travel, you know, to have a space in the market. And so when I go, the people go with me, right? So it's just like having those business cards. Right now, we have a table outside, and there's some books out there. There's giveaway bags out there. There's merchandise free, everything free, food out there. They're meeting and greeting with the community, stopping by. But then there's also brochures, Uhuru Pie, Uhuru Movement, Black Power business cards, and other people who have come into the building and wanted to say, hey, this is what I'm offering to the community. So I just went right down the line, looked at all that. I'm like, yeah, let's put it out there. So if anybody stopped by, they may need law support. They may need, you know, some encouragement through counseling. They may need whatever it is that we have to give. And I think that's just the power of community. So thank you for being a part of the conversation, Ms. Melina.
Uhuru, thank you.
Keep shining. You keep shining. I don't think anybody, the light has hit anybody as well as that hit you today. Okay. That's that what I say, that Black Power shine time. Yeah, you know, when the sun come out and it's not like 12, it's like 2 or 3, but it's still shining. When it hits you, it just like, and you just start to glow. It's giving glow. Yes. Pretty black.
Yes, thank you. Uhuru, thank you, Simone.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I mean, we're having a great time outside. I'm back and forth. I'm just having a wonderful time. I want to thank my beloved sister, that 96, she just represented 96. I mean, I wish a couple other people could do that. $96.30, just representing 96.3. Just a great way to do that, inspiring my elder sister. Got a couple more people we want to get to because the hour is getting closer. And I got Super Dave. He's a DJ here at PP96. And this brother has been in the business for a very, very long time. I met him years ago. And he told me, he called me one day and said, Ed, I'm listening, man. You is jamming, brother. You is getting down with the get down. And so I wanted him to be on the air, and he's already there. And he did. He came and filled out an application. And of course, it wasn't long before we just invited him with open arms, being in the business. Good evening to you, Super Dave.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is DJ Super Dave, and hey, I'm at home now. I'm chilling. I'm here at Black Power 96, and if you love music and you love good old music, man, check the station out. This station's doing its thing, and Eddie's doing a fantastic job. I'm happy to be a part of the family.
All right.
I'm happy to be a part of the family. I do the conscious hour every Monday at 3 o'clock, 3 to 4 right here on Black Power Radio. It's something different. It's speeches from all over the world. I don't do a lot of talking, but I do a little promoting, but the station is doing its thing on its own, but I give a little something to it for an hour every Monday at 3 o'clock. So thank y'all I want you to tune in. We have a flyer available. I'm gonna give it to Eddie so we can post it up and take it from there.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Super Dave, before I let you go, I'll ask you a couple of questions. Why do you think people should support this station, man?
Because this station gives people a voice. You can't go nowhere else and be heard. Believe me, you try it. Go somewhere else and say, hey man, I want to say something on there, or I want to promote this or that on there and see what they tell you. It's gonna be astronomical. The price is gonna be crazy. It's unfair. So this station is homegrown to have people like and to say what you want for your community, you know. So, you know, there's nowhere else you can do that. And the music is not just the same old thing over and over again. It's the catalog could be from A to Z. You hear everything.
And you say your show is about the conscious hour.
The conscious hour.
And why is it the conscious hour?
Because the conscious hour is a blend of music and also speeches from brilliant people that okay, we got Dr. Amos Wilson. He has a book called the Blueprint for Black Power. Sister Frances Cress Wilson, her book, The ISIS Papers. You got Neely Fuller. You have Malcolm X, Farrakhan, brother Fred Hampton, Stokely Carmichael. And I do speeches and I play the music beats behind it. So it gives you a chance to sit here in something that you probably wouldn't hear anywhere else. Conscious out with a K. Okay.